Welcome back to Harbor. We're on the brink now, the most important time of any election, the final 72 hours. And that's exactly what's about to happen in Pennsylvania, Arkansas, and Kentucky, where voters are about to decide what happens in 3 big U.S. Senate races. Here's Joe Sestak's latest ad in Pennsylvania to give you just a taste of the action in PA. Let's listen.
A race between Sestak and Specter is a dead heat. So compare the records. On supporting Pennsylvania's seniors, Sestak scores better. On standing up for civil rights, Sestak. Protecting the environment, Sestak's record is twice as good as Specter's. Issues important to women, Sestak's record is better. The best Democrat for Pennsylvania's future, Joe Sestak.
I'm Joe Sestak, and authorize this message because it's time for a new generation of leadership.
And wow, I got great news for everybody from that area up there in Philadelphia and anywhere in the area. We're going to be live from Lowe's Hotel in Center City. That's right on East Market near City Hall. All night long on Tuesday night, MSNBC is going to be up there. We hardballers are going to be present to watch this amazing event. Tuesday night, that's in Philly. Please come down and watch us on East Market right near the Convention Center. Now, a Pittsburgher, Howard Feynman, joins us now. He's an MSNBC political analyst and Hotlines. Amy Walter, who's been so good on these topics lately. I've been watching you all over the place, Amy. You first this time. This Sestak ad has been criticized by the people working for Arlen Specter, by Chris Nicholas, as shameful because it shows Arlen back when he was getting chemo where he looked particularly bad. I mean, he's 80 years old. I mean, he looks 80, of course, but he looked particularly bad a while back when he was getting chemo. Is that unfair to show an ad with his picture in that condition? Your thoughts? Amy. It was all fair in love and war.
Yeah, but listen, these are the last few days here of this campaign. Now, I'm actually surprised, though, when you look at that ad that you just put up there, that's a pretty soft comparative ad. And this is not slash and burn. Compare this to what's going on in Arkansas, which is much more contentious. And you're going to actually get whoever comes out of this primary. They've been banged up a little bit, but this has not been the sort of dirty tricks kind of thing.
So you don't have any problem.
In others.
Howard, what do you think about that death-warmed over picture of Arlen there on the left? What do you make of that?
Well, combined with the phrase, it's time for a new generation and so forth. That's what they're doing at the end. But on the other hand, I think Sestak's people who I talked to just a little while ago know that for the most part they have to try to finish positive here. At least that's what they told me, Chris, because they feel that they've put Specter sufficiently on the defensive here, that the issue is no longer whether people want Specter, because they don't. It's whether they want Sestak. So I think what you're going to see over the next 72 hours is Sestak trying to finish positive and really, as Amy was saying, not really do the dirty stuff, because it's the tough tactics that I think to some extent Specter is known for, and that reputation has hurt him in this race.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And nobody knew who Sestak was, and so
people still don't.
Because they still don't, right? Most of the people in Pennsylvania still have absolutely no idea who this guy is, and so he does need to sell himself as a credible alternative, somebody who's a true Democrat. He also hasn't had to go too far to the left in this primary. He sort of makes these vague references here to I'm better on women's issues, et cetera, but he's not standing out there saying, look at how far left I am, please vote for me.
Although that's the important, aside from the shot in the little picture you mentioned, Chris, that's the real purpose of this ad, is to reach out to traditional Democrats, because Specter has not made the sale with traditional Democrats. I was talking to my friends in Pittsburgh again today. There's very little enthusiasm for Specter out there. There was a Specter event out there. A lot of the big politicians in Pittsburgh were not there. I checked with the White House again today just to be sure, and Barack Obama's not going back to Pennsylvania for Specter until before the election. I just checked with Robert Gibbs about an hour about that. There's no chance that the president will be there for Specter at the end.
Okay, enough of that till tomorrow night. Let's go back to Arkansas, the home of the Clintons. The Pulse